YouTube. You're gonna see a pop-up there. And we are only 5 people with me, so we don't need to split the rooms. So, okay, good. Let me introduce myself. Just let me introduce myself. My name is Daiane. I'm from São Paulo. I work as a data scientist. And I knew TNT when I started working for the company I'm currently working right now. It's an American company, so it's all in English every day, 100% in English. And I was searching for a website or something to practice my English. And I found TNT and started doing the immersions. And I was like kind of every day in this conversations, in these immersions. And then I became a host. And I think it's my second month here as a host. Elias, can you introduce yourself and say how you know TNT?
Okay, I'm Elias. I'm from Teresópolis, Rio de Janeiro. It's in regional mountains of Rio de Janeiro. I'm 35. I'm here in TNT for about 2 months and a half, maybe. I found TNT when I can't remember if I found in LinkedIn or on YouTube, but I'm also searching how to practice my English. Then I found TNT. I'm a software developer too. I'm working in an insurance company. I think it's it.
Okay, nice. Rodrigo?
Yes, I'm Rodrigo. I'm 38. I live in Diadema, that's near to São Paulo. I live in an apartment with my wife. I work as a software developer, and it's my second month in TNT. One friend told me about TNT, and I like the idea. Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, awesome. Malu, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, of course. My name is Maria Luisa, but everybody calls me Malu. I'm here since February. I can't remember exactly how I found TNT. I think it was on LinkedIn too. I think someone was sharing the platform in a comment, and then I clicked it and I saw TNT. I love to be here. I'm here every day actually, so I think I'm addicted right now. And I work with privacy and data protection, which is a law related to personal data. So maybe you heard about it as LGPD, and I live in São Paulo. That's it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, it is LGPD. I don't know if in the English it's the it's the pronunciation, but yeah, it's become very, very famous, right? It's a famous term right nowadays.
Yeah, it's important.
Okay, Charles, can you introduce yourself, please?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Charles Lopes, 42 years old, married, 2 daughters. I currently live in Santarém City, north of Brazil, Pará States, Amazon region, beautiful region. I was born in Brasilia long time ago. My profession is agricultural engineer. Nowadays, I work as a satellite measures analyst in the governmental office in the environmental area. I have participated in TNT since September, August last year, and I remember exactly where I find at TNT, was in the Duolingo community, Bruna report, I guess, and let me confidence Duolingo. My English was born from Duolingo. I stood by myself and I only stood from Duolingo. That's it.
Okay, good. Awesome. Victor. Morning, Victor.
Hi, morning, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late. My name is Victor. I'm from Minas Gerais. I work in IT as infrastructure analyst from a state organization, public service. And I found TNT yesterday on the die post on LinkedIn because I'm looking for a new position as data scientist, data analyst. So I follow a lot of people and I followed you, I saw you first. So I never studied English in a regular school, just by myself. And some apps and platform like TNT before. And so I don't have the chance to improve my English with speaking with anyone because I don't have anyone. I live in the countryside of Minas Gerais. So I don't have so many opportunities to speak English with other people. And I'm faced a little problem to join you because I didn't know it was at Zoom platform and require a login. I had to sign up and stuff like that. And so it's a big pleasure to meet everyone.
Okay, awesome. I'm really, really glad to hear that you come from the LinkedIn post. So yeah, we were talking about, I was introduced the topic before you came to the meeting. Just let me, as is your first time, just let me explain really quick how TNT works. Just let me share my screen. And then we can start the conversation. Okay, so TNT it's a platform where we have English, Spanish, French, German, a lot of languages. And what we are doing right now is not an English class, it's just a conversation as immersion. So we are not going to teach you anything. And I'm not an English teacher, but yeah, you're going to learn a lot because we're going to exchange ideas, we're going to talk and so on. And today we have only 6 people right here, right? So we don't need to split the rooms, but if you have more people coming, then we split the rooms just to be more easier to have conversations. And we are also on YouTube. Okay, so you can look at you there later and see how your English was going. And in the free plan, you can have once a week or 4 times a month this conversation here in group, but you also have the pro plans, and you can see on the website and there's some features there you can enjoy. Okay, so that's basically it. Just let me stop sharing. And okay, nice, let's start. So I shared the questions with you guys. So Malu, can you read the second one, please, and answer it as well?
Yes. What do you think about a 4-day work week? Well, I think this kind of topic is always near me, but I don't have for work day yet. On LinkedIn, especially, some companies are implementing this kind of culture, and I really think it's amazing. I would like to do that because then you can spend your time with what really matters, and then because you just have 4 days to do what you have to do, and it should help, especially perfectionist person, because then you never think it's enough, and then you are always trying to do something better, and not as a good characteristic, but as a bad one. So I think have for day to do everything you need to do in your work should help a lot, this kind of person. And also you can take I don't know how can I say dia útil, but one of these days to go to the doctor, to go to see bureaucratic things that normally on the weekend we can do. So I really like this idea, and I'd like to enjoy this kind of culture. And you, Elias?
Okay, I think it's a great idea, but I don't think it's like it's work well in Brazil, because people in general in Brazil behave like, it's Monday, it's a boring day, Monday shouldn't exist, for example. Then if we work 4 days per week, I think the Monday and the Friday are the lazy days. If we work 1 day, less 1 day, like Monday to Thursday, the Thursday will be the new Friday. And the Thursday don't exist. Okay, working only 3 days. Then I think it's a great idea, but I don't think it's working in Brazil. E debate you, Rodrigo. What's your opinion?
I agree with you, Buff. I think 4 days is a good idea, but maybe in practice it's not to work very well, because we need to do our task, week task in 4 days. I think the task will not be short. Okay, the task will the same with 5 days, and we need to run to finish them in 4 days. I think it is. And you, Victor, what do you think about 4 days?
Oh, I think it's great. I had 2 jobs. I work in one job during the day and another job as a teacher at night. So I had two shifts. In one job, I work 5 days at the place. In the second job, I work 4 days, Monday to Thursday. So I have the Friday as a day off. I can do home off, really. So I think it's great because it's, especially if it's Friday, because you become less productive at the end of the week. And as a business day, I think you can do a lot of things, a lot of bureaucracy as we had to do in our life, like go to the bank, go to the supermarket, go to the pharmacy, go to the doctor, go to an appointment with the doctor. A lot of things you have to do, and you can do if you're working, especially if you're working at the company. So it's a great idea. I think it's more efficient if it's used like a cultural thing at the company and not as a law imposed by the government. I think it's, if it imposed to the company, it's not work well, because everyone has the right to have a day off. So you will need a new day off to resolve all the issues we have. So we have essential works who has to essential workers who has to work every day, like the health people, like the security people, and so it's a great idea. I think it's had to be imposed by more a culture, and it's not good if it's applied for every kind of work as a law, just for some work, some jobs that we have. So, Charles, what's your opinion?
Oh, thank you for asking, man. Oh, for me, I think it's a wonderful idea, and I think it's totally possible. And I think we need to think about and make some progress in this way. I think the world need this nowadays. All right. I think it's totally possible. We need only work in this way. That's it.
Okay, good. So let's move on to the next one. Elias, you said you don't think it would work here in Brazil. So would you like to work 4 days a week? What do you think about
yes, of course.
the third question, actually?
Yes, of course. I would like to work only 4 days because we have a lot of things to do. For example, in my company, I have how can I say individual. I forget the expression in Portuguese. Individual develop plan. Yes, I think I have. Then it's I have to study a lot about some subjects. Then if I had 1 day more to study, I think it's better because I have the time to work, to improve my work, my skills, and have time to fun, stay with my wife, with my family. It's a great idea. I would like to work only 4 days a week. And what I would do in my spare time, shape my skills, study a little more, not much more, a little more. What about you, Malu?
Well, I'd like to work 4 days a week, and I was thinking here, probably 4 days would let the meetings that should be an email. So we probably spend less time with things that are insignificant. So I'd like to add this point. And about what would you do in your spare time? I think I would study too, as Elias said. I do it nowadays, but sometimes we need to go up to midnight, 2 in the morning, something like that. And probably it would bring a better way, a better quality in life. So it wouldn't be necessary. And also go to the doctor if necessary, go to solve some bureaucratic things, go to the supermarket without be running as during the weekend, because weekend is so short and we have so many things to do. So probably this. And you, Charles?
Yes, it's my dream. Work 4 days for a week, mainly because I have been working 7 days for week for a long time, because I work for the government and I work by myself in my own business. And I would like to spend more time, and I work in this question. I would like to spend more time with my daughters, play together, and go to the beach, go to the park, and other things like that. How about you, Rodrigo?
Yes, I would like so much, and I will study more English, take a rest, or make a trip in these days. And that's it. I think it will be great. And how about you, Victor?
Oh, I would definitely love it. I would like to work for this, and I will spare my time doing some things I had to do in my home, because I live by myself, just me and my wife. So we had to clean the house, we had to go to the supermarket. She works from home, so she don't have time to go to the supermarket during the business days, during all the time. So and the weekends we have to do a lot of things just in the Saturday. So I would love it. I use this time to do some work at home, to take care of house, take care of ourselves, and of course watch some movies, some series. I love watch some movies, and I think that is it. So I think everyone talked. So that's it.
Everyone has gone. Yeah, I would love to work only 4 days a week. Oh my God. So, okay, number 4. And speaking like about myself, I think I would be even more productive because every time I have a lot of things to do, especially like not I don't mean only work, but now I have a study, I have a course to finish, I feel I I don't know, maybe I'm like more focused, so I think I would be more productive. How about you, Rodrigo, about number 4? Question number 4. Would you be more productive?
Of course, we will need to be more productive because we will need less time, so we need to run, and maybe for the rest too, you have 3 days to rest and do your things. So I think in the first day to work, you are more prepared, physical and mentally. Okay, so so the stress I thought is less. Okay, so I think he will be more productive. Yes. And about you, Elias, what do you think?
Difficult question. Some people, of course, will be more productive. Some people not, because it's a matter of culture. Because people have to understand a kind of mindset of my free time is not about to have fun. It's about to shape myself as a person, as an employee. Then some people will understand it, and some people not. Some people will be more productive. Some people won't. For example, I working from home since the beginning of pandemic. Since I think March or February 2020. Yes, yes, about 2 years. Some people work better, be more productive. But some people become more lazy. Some people, for example, just a minute, I will take a cup of coffee. Okay, 3, 4, 6, 8 times. Some people, okay, I have a meeting for some subject during the day. And then when you looking for these people, the people aren't online. Then I don't, I'm talking, okay, I'm talking about for home office. Then for me, home office is very great. I feel more productive working from home. But for some people, it's not good. I'm not judging life of the people. Some people have kids. Some people don't have a good internet connection. Some places don't have a good infrastructure of internet connection. I'm not making any kind of judgment about this. Okay, I'm thinking about people that can work better, but don't do it. Just don't do it. Then working. I totally agree with you working 4 days per week, but it's not will be good for all kind of people.
Yeah, it's very personal, right? Like individual characteristics. What do you think, Charles?
I agree in some parts with you guys about some specificity each person. But in my point of view, this equation already have a solution. Better quality of life, it's equal more productivity. It's enough for me, I guess. We can discuss about it's better in some region and bad in other region. But I think that's it. I think we need a result this equation. All right. And I think we need a move on in this direction. That's it for me.
Yeah, good point. And Vitor, what do you think?
I agree and disagree of some points of you guys, but I think we'll be as productive in 4 days as we are in 5 days. The difference because we have just 4 days to work, so we'll be productive for 4 days. Of course, under the eyes of the company, maybe it's hard because time is money for the company. Always time is money for the company. You have to think that. But if it's a cultural thing, if the company thinks about the life of his employee, of the life quality of his employee, he can use this as a thing to make everyone more happy and the workplace more effective, more easygoing in the environment of the company. So for consequence, everyone will be more productive. So if we look the productive as an hour of work, of course, it will be less because we work less. We work just 4 days before we work 5 days. But if the company look this controversial thing under the eyes of the quality of life, of the more happiness of the environment of work. Of course, this doesn't work to everyone, doesn't work to every kind of work, as I said before. But in the most part, I think it's effective. I think it's productive. And if it will be used in the right way, it can bring some money being directed. It can bring money for the company because the people will stay in this company for more time. We stay in the company for more time, which is good for the company. Had an employee work a long time in the same company. And as we know, I guess most of the people working with IT, with information technology, the people don't stay in the same company for a long time. And the main thing is the environment of work. So I guess it's turned out to be more productive. That's it.
Yeah, awesome. Totally agree with you. Malu?
Well, I totally agree with Victor and also Charles. And I think reducing time, we're spending significant tasks, and we probably would prioritize better what we need to do. So sometimes we have some little tasks, but they take time and they are not so much important. So it probably would see in another point of view and as less important than other things that we need to deliver. And so I think adding this point with Victor and Charles that people would be more productive, because when you turn the personal life better, it completely reflects in the work life. So yeah.
Okay, nice, guys. So let's move on to the next question. I think about number 7, we've already talked about, because we'll talk about going to the bank, supermarket, and doing other things. So let's go to number 8. Charles, can you read number 8, please, and answer?
All right. Would a day work week be more likely to attract and retrieve talent? Oh, let me try and understand this question. Attract and retrieve talents. Yes, if I understand this question, I think the professional will be more productive, more help, and in consequence will stay more time in the company. Yes, that's it or not? Sorry, I don't understand very well. But
yeah, it's like if I'd work in a company and we work only 4 days a week, I think I would think twice if I would leave this company for another one that I need to work the whole week, So do you think if a company work only 4 days a week, this company is more likely to retain talents, good people, I think it's turnover, right?
yes, like I said, I guess if we have a good environment in the company, if you have time for spend with your family and resolve your own problems, and this will result in more productive, and like I said, maybe the professional will stay more time in the company because when you feel well, I think everything is well, and in consequence you will stay a long time, don't feel boring. That's it, I guess. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, work on one day less, it's a good advantage. It's something
I
to
I can
to think
use
about it.
I can use myself as an example. I work in the same company for more than 12 years and doing the same thing. And sometimes it's not too good. And I think we need to other things for break this I'm not sequence. So that's it. It's too much complex for my English, but thank you for asking.
Nice, Charles. Malu, what do you think?
Well, I think this kind of company who has only 4 days work would be more attractive. So probably it would be uh, more more easier to retain talents that are there. But of course, it's not just it. You need other kind of benefits, and you need a health environmental too. So it's important, yes, but I think they probably should add other things that would be more attractive than just 4 days a week. Especially if you work 4 days, but you need to work 18 hours a day, it's, don't make sense. So they need to balance other things as a salary, as benefits, probably mental health and healthy and other kind of things to be more attractive. But of course, just the information that you are going to work 4 days probably attract more candidates to understand how does it work, especially because it's new and we don't see lots of companies doing it. I'm trying to remember because I saw a Brazilian company that is doing it, and I'm trying to remember the name to put here in the chat, but I can't remember right now. I'm looking for what exists.
If you find the company's name, please send it to us. Maybe it's maybe they have some position open there. And yeah, okay. Rodrigo.
Okay, for me, it's a benefit. So I think it will attract and retain the people. And I think it's if the two companies that the same benefit and one has this benefit for 4 days to work, I think the people will choose this company that has 4 days only. Okay, my point of view, I think it is. And how about you, Elias? What do you think?
Yes, of course, working a day less, we think more talents. And for example, before I started working with IT, I work from Monday to Sunday and some Monday to Saturday and some Sundays, 2 Sundays a month. In the Easter, I working in a commerce. In the Easter, I work from Sunday to Sunday for 2 months. It's not good. After I started working with IT, I don't work more in Sundays and in Saturday. Then nowadays, if I had to work again in Saturdays, maybe I will think a lot about this company. Then I think I'm stay more in a company that don't work in Saturdays and Sundays. Then, if the company gives me one more day to rest, of course, the person, I will be more happy with this company.
Good. Nice. Victor, you.
Yes, I agree. As I said before, it's a benefit, and we work for the paycheck. So, but the paycheck isn't everything. We work to pay the bills and etc. But we always look the benefits. If the company have the benefit to work not just to work 4 days per week instead of 5 days, and you look to other company who the employee had to work 5 days, I think that it's more likely to retain the employees who work 4 days, because everyone will have a day off to do the personal stuff. And I guess this day off had to be the employee doing the personal stuff, because it's not a day off, it's just a day in not the workplace. If you be for the company in the business time. So I think it's great. And I forgot the question. Let me scroll up.
Yeah, it's number 8.
Yes. I think it's retain the employees if they have 4 days per week.
Good, nice. So we have time for one more. Number 9, from the employee sides, I think it's pretty clear, because if you're gonna have some spare time, free time to be with your family, leisure, and so on. But what about the company sides? What do you think the main points that are lead the companies to work only 4 days a week? And Rodrigo, what do you think?
I think it's the quality of the health, the employee health, okay, and the company will be the company thinks about I think it's more work smart, okay, and the employee can be more productive, okay. I think it is. And how about you, Charlie?
Yes, man, I will follow you, and I think the word, that's it, productivity. It's enough for me, because everything live or around this word, productivity. I think it's enough word or term for designate what positive point for the company's productivity. That's it. How about you, Elias? Can you?
Yes, I agree with Rodrigo too. I think the main point is it's about productivity. The employees have to have essential needs. Then if the needs of stay with family, have time to rest, lead people to be more productive in working days. And about you, Malu?
Well, I think leaders so they can be more confident about what employees need to deliver, and also the number of hours people spend in the work not exactly reflects in what they are delivering. So that's why being less time in the office or working will bring the same results or better results. So I think they saw this kind of reality that, for example, if I'm in an office presentially, and then I'm there for 8 hours, but I'm not working 8 hours because my brain is not going to work without stop for a moment, this amount of time. So I need to stop to drink a coffee, I need to stop to go to the bathroom. And then sometimes, especially if you are in a presential work, you have other kind of things that take up your attention. So basically, you're not working for 8 hours. You are there for 8 hours, and it's different. So I think they saw it, and then they try to make something better and reduce the time to produce the same or more, because people are happier, and then they are more engaged to do what they need to do.
Yeah, awesome. Totally agree with you, Malu. Victor, what do you think?
I don't know about other countries, but I guess in Brazil, the main point who's leading the companies to doing this kind of changing, this kind of transition, it's more to be more competitive, because we know we have mainly the tech companies. We know we have a lot of tech companies in Brazil, and we have a lack of professionals qualified in the area. So the company needs to have the best professionals, or who they think it's the best professionals. So they need to be more competitive. So the big companies, the big tech companies, is using this strategy to, I don't know the word, similar, to get this professional more easily, using his benefits. I think it's more than the productive thing. I think it's more a strategy to retain these talents and to get these talents, assimilate, I think the word is. So I think it is a strategy. I don't think the companies it's using this as, oh, my professional can be more productive if he's happy. Maybe some companies, I'm judging the company. Maybe some companies using this, but I think it's more a strategy to get the best talents, to get the best professionals as a benefit, to retain the talents, do not migrate to other companies, and especially the companies who compete between itself in the market. So I think there is, and the main point is the strategy to get the talents.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Victor, because nowadays, in IT, for example, some companies are inventing a lot of things to retain talents, and then
Yes.
it's a new strategy.
Yeah, especially because nowadays we can work remotely, so you can hire from all over the world. So it's becoming more and more difficult for companies to retain talents, good people, and this kind of stuff. So okay, guys,
I don't know. It's
go ahead.
I don't know. I think in near future, we have some kind of benefit that the company, I don't know, pay your some bills for you. I don't know.
Yeah. So good. So guys, what, Victor?
Go on. Sorry, go on.
Okay, so I send you guys our YouTube live. Now we are live, and go over there, click on the thumbs up button. I also send the survey, so you guys, if you can answer, it's just one question there. And yeah, that's it. Victor, it was your first time. What did you think? How was it?
I think it was great to have the opportunity to meet every one of you guys, have the opportunity to speak with you, and I like a lot. So I hope to have all the opportunities. I would try the free trial first to see how it works, if it works for me. So, but I love it. It's great. It's a great time.
Awesome. We have a bunch of, the schedule has a bunch of times where you can talk and so on. So yeah, guys, thanks. I really appreciate you guys here, and have a good Wednesday and a good holiday tomorrow. And that's it.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.